Very much. Mark Carney, hope Sarah's sitting down because he is calling for the creation of a new virtual currency that could ease the reliance of the world on the U.S. dollar, which he says creates some of the problems that we have today. I can explain more of that in a second. He also says the UK outlook, hinges critically on Brexit. Sarah, he is pointing out that, for example, half of all international trade is priced in dollars, but the U.S. that's 5 times greater than the U.S. contribution to world output, along with 2/3 of world securities priced in dollars. And he says the problem there is that U.S. interest rate policy, U.S. exchange rate policy becomes exported to other parts of the world. And he says that is not the optimal way to run things. He acknowledges a long way off, but it's a pretty radical
Where did that come from,
proposal
Steve? Is
from
he
a
trying
guy
to get
who's
kicked out of Jackson Hole?
No, but I think what he's dealing with, Sarah, is this idea of why are we having so many problems related to the U.S. being strong but the rest of the world being weak? And he says that's because so much of the world is priced in dollars. So the theory of flexible exchange rates resolving these imbalances is not working. You know, Sarah, this is not the first time this idea has been talked about or floated. There's the special drawing rights from the IMF. But anyway, all these questions that you may have and I have still, we're going to get a chance to talk to Mark Carney about this issue and others, including the outlook for the UK, potential spillovers to the U.S., as well as the rest of the world and emerging markets. So we're going to talk to him at 5:30 today. And just before that, we'll get a chance to maybe ask Rich Cloward, the Vice Chairman of the Fed, about this as well.
Yes, it seems very confusing. I mean, as if these guys didn't have enough challenges on their plate on traditional central banking. They're going to deal with the digital currency. I mean, making monetary policy with that seems hard.
I mean, I think what he might be getting at here is this idea that the U.S. is affecting the world beyond the amount which the world should be affected. And that's why, you know, Sarah, I know former traders in Russia that sit there and watch the U.S. employment report for how Russian stocks are going to trade. And the question I think Carney's asking is that right? Or should there be a different weighting of the importance of the U.S. economy on the rest of the world?